I need to see your phone. Now. Uncle Jim's heart sank. Not because he was guilty, because he realized in that moment he had no idea what was actually on there. 62 years old, never been arrested, flying to Detroit to meet his first grandchild. 8 hours later, he was still in that detention room. His daughter's texts kept coming. "Dad, where are you?" "She's here. We're waiting for you." All because of a meme his nephew sent 3 months ago that he'd completely forgotten about. Now ask yourself, what's on your phone that you've forgotten about? Because last year, over 35,000 devices were searched at US borders. Not criminals, not suspects, ordinary travelers, students flying home, families going on vacation, business people exactly like you. The ACLU found that 65% were random selections. No suspicious behavior, no probable cause, just picked. There are 5 things on your phone right now that could get you detained, interrogated, or banned from flying. The most dangerous one? It's not illegal. It's not even controversial. 82% of travelers have it, and don't even think about it. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to delete, when to delete it, what to say when they demand your phone, and how to travel like the professionals who cross borders every single week. But first, you need to understand the trap that caught Uncle Jim. When you're standing in that security line, not all uniforms carry the same authority. And that gap? That's where your freedom either survives or disappears. Here's what they don't tell you. TSA agents, the ones at the conveyor belts checking bags. Here's their power. Search your luggage, pat you down, scan your body. Here's what they cannot do. Demand access to your phone, your messages, your photos, or any digital content. Zero legal authority over your data. But step 20 feet to Customs and Border Protection, and everything changes. CBP officers have sweeping powers. They can require you to unlock any device, copy every file, scroll through your social media, read your private messages, check your recently used apps, all without a warrant, without specific suspicion, without anything except you crossed a border. Now here's what the official CBP website won't tell you clearly. They say cooperation speeds up the process. But what that really means is, if you comply without knowing your rights, we can finish faster. It's not about your convenience. It's about managed ignorance. I've watched this at 47 border crossings. Travelers who asked calm, informed questions through in 15 minutes. Those who nervously handed over everything, hours in secondary screening, because hesitation reads as guilt to algorithms trained on suspicion. The system operates on confusion, not clarity. A Brazilian engineer, detained in Miami. 8 hours, 2024. His phone had photos from a nuclear power facility where he worked doing routine safety inspections. Completely legal. Completely authorized. 8 hours to prove what he told them from the start. I work there. Think about your work photos right now. Could any of them be misinterpreted? Then there's the Colombian influencer. Over 500,000 followers. Interrogated 6 hours in Los Angeles for Instagram memes she'd shared criticizing US immigration policies. Not threats, not illegal content. Political commentary that border agents labeled anti-American sentiment. One post, 6 hours. A permanent mark on her travel record. Check your social media history. How many posts could be twisted into something they're not? And this one should terrify you. A Canadian man held 5 hours in Detroit because his WhatsApp group was named Lost Compass 420, Fantasy Football League. Friends trash-talking about quarterbacks. Officers saw 420, linked it to marijuana, held him until they realized their mistake. Think about your group chat names right now. Could any of them trigger suspicion? Uncle Jim had a meme making fun of airport security theater. The irony? The thing mocking the system became the reason the system detained him for 8 hours while his daughter waited at the hospital, alone, wondering why her dad wasn't there to meet his granddaughter. These aren't outliers. This is the system working exactly as designed. Most people think, I've got nothing to hide. This won't happen to me. That's exactly what the system counts on. A Harvard study revealed that 73% of border issues arose from content travelers didn't even remember having. Old photos, forgotten downloads, apps installed months ago. Jokes that seemed harmless then but read very differently to an officer trained to find threats. And here's the mistake that catches everyone. Deleting content right before your flight. Airport systems detect unusual deletion activity. Forensic tools recover files deleted up to 3 months earlier. A lawyer deleted old protest photos, thinking she was being cautious. Authorities flagged the deletion attempt, held her 12 hours, nearly revoked her work visa. The deleted files were recovered anyway, but now she also looked like someone hiding evidence. Preparation can't be last minute. It starts weeks in advance. And how you clean your digital footprint matters as much as what you remove. Uncle Jim didn't delete anything, but he also didn't prepare. That's why when they demanded his phone, he had no idea what they were about to find. Have you ever shared a political meme, commented on immigration policy, liked a post about government overreach? Even private conversations about governments or social issues can be misinterpreted as hostile intent. That Colombian influencer wasn't organizing anything, wasn't threatening anyone. She was participating in public discourse like millions do every day. But context disappears when an officer scrolls through your phone looking for red flags. 30 days before your flight, start reviewing messages and social media. Anything political, anything critical of government or law enforcement, anything using words like protest, rights, or resist. Back it up to encrypted storage. Remove it from your device. Not because you're guilty, because you're protecting yourself from misinterpretation. Do you have party photos? Selfies at protests or rallies? Pictures near government buildings or airports? Tourist photos at sensitive landmarks? That Brazilian engineer took work photos, completely authorized, still detained 8 hours. I know someone with a selfie at a Colorado marijuana dispensary, completely legal. Detained 3 hours at the Canadian border because the officer interpreted it as drug-related travel. 2 to 3 weeks before travel, export anything personal or potentially sensitive to encrypted cloud backup. Delete it from your device. Restore everything when you return. Your memories are safe. Your travel is smooth. How many photos in your library right now could be questioned? When was the last time you reviewed every app on your phone? Dating platforms, especially international ones, cryptocurrency wallets, messaging apps from countries on watch lists, VPNs, even though they're legal and widely used for privacy. A journalist had Signal, Telegram, and WhatsApp for source communication. Standard tools for his profession. Still pulled into secondary screening for an hour. Questioned about why he needed encrypted communication. 15 days before your flight, uninstall any app not absolutely essential for your trip. Keep your airline app, hotel booking, maps. Everything else, remove it. Reinstall after you land. Check your phone right now. How many apps would you struggle to explain? Remember that Canadian man? Detained because his group chat was named Lost Compass 420, numbers, slang, inside jokes, all analyzed. Someone was detained for having a contact saved as the pharmacist. Their actual pharmacist. The officer assumed drug connection. Unusual international numbers raise questions, especially from countries on travel advisories. 3 weeks out, review your contacts. Change nicknames to real names. If you don't need a contact's info for your trip, temporarily remove it. Open your contacts right now. Any names that could be misunderstood? Your phone tracks everything. Location history, app usage patterns, search history, browser cookies, metadata in photos showing exactly where and when they were taken. You delete a photo. The metadata trail remains. You close an app. Your phone remembers you used it. This is what Uncle Jim didn't know. That meme sat in his recently deleted folder. When the officer started digging, they found it. The only way to truly clean metadata is proper tools, Signal's disappearing messages, cleaner apps that wipe photo metadata. Better yet, start with a clean device. What invisible data is your phone storing right now? International travelers, journalists, diplomats, they approach this with precision. 2 weeks before flight, create a complete encrypted backup. iCloud with two-factor authentication, Google Drive, or Proton Drive for end-to-end encryption. Everything saved, nothing lost. Then prepare the phone for travel. Some do factory resets, reinstalling only essentials. Airline reservations, hotel bookings, offline maps, emergency contacts. That's it. Others carry a temporary second device, a cheap phone dedicated to travel. Their real digital life stays home or an encrypted cloud. What they carry through the airport? Clean, minimal, uninteresting. Some create separate user profiles on laptops specifically for travel. Work files, personal documents, financials, separated from the travel profile with only trip essentials. Extreme? Maybe. But it's not about hiding illegal activity. It's about controlling what can be misinterpreted, minimizing risk, staying calm when an officer approaches because you know exactly what's on your device. Nothing surprising, nothing needing explanation, nothing that can be twisted. The technology is evolving faster than travelers realize. Some airports test artificial intelligence systems that don't just look at content. They analyze how you use your device. App usage patterns, how often you unlock your phone, your typing rhythm. Pilot programs extract data without asking, exploiting Bluetooth or Wi-Fi vulnerabilities when your phone connects to airport networks. By 2026, regulations may allow agents to access cloud backups if your device is linked. Even a clean phone becomes a gateway to everything stored online. The good news? Technology protects too. Encrypted messaging like Signal, biometric authentication, travel-focused security modes in modern operating systems. The future isn't about hiding, it's about smart preparation. Understanding the system better than the system understands you. 30 days before flight. Start gradual digital cleanup. Delete sensitive messages and files slowly using secure deletion tools. Signal for chats. Cleaner apps for files. Gradual, so it doesn't look suspicious. 15 days out. Prepare your secondary travel device or start backup if resetting primary phone. Organize essentials, itinerary, reservations, offline maps, emergency contacts. 3 days before departure. Enable airplane mode until you're through customs at destination. Disable Bluetooth, NFC, Wi-Fi. Use temporary email for last-minute confirmations. Unlink non-essential accounts. If asked to unlock during inspection, switch to restricted profile or guest mode if available. Never verbally give your password. Write it on paper if absolutely required. This protects you legally from voluntary disclosure claims. Ask clearly without confrontation whether unlocking is legally required. With TSA, politely decline. With CBP, rules differ, but calm questioning leads to faster resolution. If agents become aggressive, invoke your right to contact a lawyer. This phrase activates legal protections most travelers don't know exist. Always request detailed receipt if anything is confiscated. Get supervisor's name and contact. Don't sign anything you don't fully understand. After travel, change all passwords, monitor accounts. Consider identity monitoring if your device was searched. Uncle Jim eventually got released. 8 hours later. Missed his granddaughter's birth by 40 minutes. He told me the worst part wasn't the detention. It was the helplessness. The feeling he'd done something wrong when he hadn't. The shame of not knowing his rights. The regret of not preparing. But here's what changed everything. He learned. He researched. He prepared. When he flew again 3 months later to finally meet that little girl, his phone was clean. His strategy was clear. His confidence was unshakable. When a CBP officer asked to see his device, Jim knew exactly what to say, exactly what to show, exactly what his rights were. The officer looked for 15 seconds, waved him through, from 8 hours of helpless detention to 15 seconds of confident control. That's the power of preparation. That's what knowledge gives you. Your phone is more than a device. It's your digital identity. Protecting it isn't paranoia, it's freedom. It's traveling with confidence instead of fear. You're now part of the small percentage of travelers who know the truth, who understand the system, who won't be caught unprepared like Uncle Jim was. But here's what I need you to do. Share this video with someone flying soon. Leave a comment telling me which digital trap surprised you most. Subscribe, because what's coming next week is even more critical. There's a sixth threat airports don't want you to know about. It doesn't involve your phone at all. It's in your luggage. Over 12,000 travelers got flagged last year because of it. The pros know. Now you will too. Travel smart, travel prepared. And remember, in a system designed to operate on your confusion, knowledge isn't just power, it's your only defense.